What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with some data points. Monday, not a lot coming out. You do have the start of a couple of Fed speakers once again. So that is quite a lot throughout the week. So of course that could cause a lot of volatility, but generally Monday is going to be more of a technical driven day. And then aside from that, you have jolt numbers on Tuesday. So historically that's caused a hell of a lot of volatility. And then on Wednesday, you do have ADP employment change, FOMC minutes. Over the last couple minutes, the reports, generally the market's taken those as positive. So again, no real reason to think otherwise for this time around. And then aside from that, Thursday, the same old. So a couple of Fed speakers, initial jobless claims, and then Friday to cap it all off, non-farm payroll and unemployment. Unemployment right now, the forecast is 4.3. So in reality, you're going to have a lot of opportunity for the market to be very volatile and potentially kind of move to the next leg up if a lot of this data points come in better than anticipated. So you have all that, and then aside from that, specific to Lucid, this is the only upcoming event. So it's just at the meatpacking district, still there since December the 20th. And then the only other thing that might be coming out this week, and that would be associated to their Q4 numbers. Historically, January 11th was when they did unveil their Q4 production and delivery numbers. And so this time around, that is on a Saturday. So whether they decide to kind of move it one day prior to, let's say, the 10th or even the 9th, or kind of push it to the following week, both are possible options. So we'll just have to, I guess, wait and see. But I think in general, that is going to be a very big mover, as what we've seen with Tesla. So of course, if you miss on your targets and just expectations by Wall Street, essentially you're going to go down. And flip side, you can really have a nice breakout if you kind of hit your marks, similar to Rivian. So a lot of eyes will be on that. So potentially that could be coming out this week near the end, if not, like I said, rolling over into the following week. But moving over to shorts. So going into this upcoming week, 22.77% of the free float is being shorted. They've been really trying to suppress the stock price. Even on Friday, they increased 2.68 million shares, with a lot of data points coming out, and a lot of that could be seen as somewhat negative. Anticipate shorts to be very active this week. Same goes for when they Lucid unveils their Q4 numbers. Like, shorts will be definitely pouncing all over that. You can see that they've been really just holding on for dear life, even though Lucid's been really kind of moving up. They've been holding on, so they are anticipating some negative data, whether it be specific to Lucid or just the broader market, but that is what shorts are doing. And generally, like, Lucid has actually moved up quite considerably over the last 1 month, month and a half-ish. And yeah, shorts have very deep pockets, so they are able to kind of just hold on, and maybe they see a lot more downside. Based on the options, there was a lot of kind of random pockets for $2 or sub $2 in the first half of 2025. So it's all over the place, and so we'll just have to wait and see. I know a lot of investors would be very happy to get shorts off of their backs, and the only way to do that is exactly what Tesla did. Just get the damn job done, and then once you obtain or get close to profitability, that's just a natural deterrent against shorts. So that should be coming hopefully sooner rather than later. Aside from that though, looking at the options right over here, you have a consensus for this upcoming week for it to be roughly around that $4 range. So that's kind of the benchmark for that. You also do see at the same time for it to be somewhere around that $5 range. So you had 1,000 purchased on Friday for that $5 strike. So we'll just have to wait and see how that does play out. But looking over here, so with that $3.29, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. 319 is going to be a strong support, followed by 301, and then 337, 349, and then 367 is going to be the following target / resistance points. So 349, clearly it did bounce off of that when it started to trend higher. So we do know that's a key resistance level. Flip side, 301, we know that's a strong support. So just anticipate a lot of volatility with everything that is going to be coming out for Lucid this upcoming week. So just be prepared for that. But on the actual chart itself, so as far as some things to watch for, $3.14, that is that ALMA. So right now it is showing still fairly good technical, so it is above that point. And then aside from that, you do have that 100 and also 200-day moving average, fairly tight knit, so 292 and then also 297. So like I said, very tight knit, and those will be acting as good support levels. So as I mentioned, that 301 fib level, that's kind of the line in the sand. If it does break below that, then essentially you could see a very significant pullback. But as of right now, Lucid is still above that super trend, so you have the algorithmic trading on your side. So every time Lucid has and gets hit by shorts, or you see a little bit of a pullback, it does get bought up very fast. So at least you kind of have that more of a good support level ultimately. But generally, I think Lucid is ready to move higher. As I've stated in the past, though, it is all going to come down onto the actual data points. Is Lucid able to hit their actual targets, which right now is 9,000? And then essentially, what is the data points going to truly say about Lucid? I did kind of put this out there. I created this, and it just gives you a quick tally. So right now for 2024, we are at 5,643 for produced, 7,142 for delivered. So far in 2024, they've been really good at getting rid of their inventories. So maybe they've been somewhat timid on the production just to get rid of deliveries, possibly. Or at the same time, I know they've been obviously preparing for the Gravity, and that kind of caused some delays a little bit. But I think in general, Lucid should hit their targets. We'll just have to, I guess, wait and see ultimately. And we've seen in 2022 that they do have the ability to really ramp up. Q4 seems to be their favorable quarter. So they did do 3,493 in Q4 2022. And that's basically what Lucid does kind of need for them to hit their targets. So yeah, I think in general, it is possible for them to kind of hit their marks, but we'll just have to wait and see. And as I mentioned, we have seen polar opposites with Tesla and Rivian, and how the market does really react to this data. So yeah, it's going to be a very fun ride this week, but I think in general, it is ultimately going to kind of move higher and possibly retest this $3.49 mark. And if the data does come in better than anticipated, then you could see possibly that $4 range, 414 as fairly possible. So let me know your thoughts. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. One final thing I do want to share with you, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers, so pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.